the real problem with LeBron in terms of attracting another superstar, insofar as there is a problem, there hasn't been an offseason yet, this one coming up with all the free agents like this. The real problem has been, and I don't care what anyone says, Stephen A., he is so much better than everyone else, like so much better that every other superstar knows if I go join LeBron, we all know who gets the credit because he's twice as good as me, like twice as good. That goes for everyone when he's at his best. But if LeBron is a little diminished, if LeBron floats back down to earth and is simply an MVP caliber player like a whole bunch of other guys, all of a sudden they might look and be like, oh, this dude, how does he really want to play? He wants to push the pace and get teammates easy looks. He's not really a score-first type player. If I'm playing with him and people can see I'm as good as him or maybe a little better, especially as this contract goes on, he's only going to be going into year 2 next year. Maybe I will get maybe I just won't be playing in his shadow. It just won't be about the LeBron brand. By the way, think Shaq with Kobe, when Shaq was at his best player in the world and how that turned out, that strife and everything. Shaq goes and links up with D. Wade, and he was a little more deferential, and he made it about D. Wade because Shaq, while he was still among the best players in the game, no longer distanced the pack the way he once did, and so Dwayne Wade could shine. I think if LeBron's injuries are forcing him back down to earth with the rest of the MVPs, that could actually help the Lakers attract another top free agent.
Well, first of all, you're wrong. But secondly, and more importantly, the biggest reason why you're wrong is because of the very rhetoric you spew. The fact that you say the things that you say about LeBron James being by far the best player in the world, there's not even anyone close to him or whatever, is exactly the incentive. Stay with me because I'm coming to your point. Is exactly the incentive other stars might use because they may be incentivized to want to knock him off as opposed to keeping him afloat and facilitating him shining even more in the age 35, 36, 37, etc. LeBron James has logged 45,000 minutes in the regular season and counting. His playoff numbers at 10,000 minutes. The man has logged over 56,000 minutes in his career. That does not include Olympic competition. This man has put in a lot of mileage. He's still great. We're giving him the credit that he's the best in the world. Fair enough. But you also have to understand, Max, that there are people that look at him and they're tired of hearing that. Why? When Michael Jordan was the best in the world, he was winning championships. When it was Kobe and Shaq, there was nobody else. And so when you look at it from that perspective, they're then turning around and they're saying, Golden State, they're winning championships. There's nobody else. But LeBron, the best in the world, the king, has 6 NBA Finals losses and 3 championships. So when you talk the way that you talk, even though there may be credence to it because collectively speaking in terms of pundits, commentators, and what have you, we all cannot deny the greatness of this man who belongs on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. The flip side to it is that he gets so much of the accolades that it squashes everybody else in comparison. So Kevin Durant is a 2-time champion with 2 NBA Finals MVP, went up against LeBron James and averaged 35 and 8, okay? Gets ignored to some degree. Kawhi Leonard's on a come-up, a champion who, by the way, guarded LeBron James in the finals when San Antonio came back and avenged their previous finals loss to the Miami Heat. He defended against LeBron James, won the chip, and won NBA Finals MVP. We just mentioned these guys as an aside. Like, you know what? They're all right. They're good, but they're not even in the same stratosphere as LeBron James. People get tired of hearing that. And you never know.
I think that's a valid point,
you never know
Stephen
whether
A.
or not they're going to come with it. And they're going to say, excuse me, why should we? Think about it. Last point, Max. Think about Kevin Durant. When we talk about Kevin Durant and L.A., why do we not talk about him and the Lakers? You know why? Because let's say, for example, they do what is expected to do, and the Golden State Warriors win the championship this year. That would be 3. He would tie LeBron James. Why should he go to L.A. and help LeBron James win more rings?
That is a valid point about helping LeBron James. However, is that the bigger thing for players? I don't want LeBron James to get any credit. Or is the bigger thing right now that people want to win championships and you are not going to beat the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors stacked the chips in their favor to the point where they can't lose if they try. They almost did against Houston.
No, Max, you're talking about this year. We're talking about the future. They're not going to. They might not be there.
That's right.
They might not be there.
Yes, but if they are, and even if they lose KD and replace him with another star, by the way, the
what
reason
if they lose
KD
two,
went,
Max?
the reason
I don't
KD
think they will,
went
but what
off,
if they?
the reason
Max,
KD won MVP of the finals last year is because they had to guard Steph and Clay and everyone too.
What if they lose two?
What if who loses two?
No, I'm saying what?
Like KD and Draymond. If the Warriors lose two of the guys.
Now we're playing what if. We have to wait and see what happens. But
But Max, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about this season.
Can I make my point? The bottom line is
make a point.
I'm trying.
All right,
the bottom line is that LeBron James by himself took Golden State 6 games. When he got help before they got KD, he beat a 73-win Golden State team at Oracle, something the Oklahoma City Thunder couldn't do, but LeBron could do. Everyone has to know, you want to beat Golden State, go get crewed up with LeBron. That'll do it.
Max,
Nothing else will.
He's not
so
in the
only
East
LeBron
anymore, and they might not even make the playoffs. So that's another concern.
Hold on, Molly. So only LeBron. You can't get crewed. So KD and Kawhi, or somebody joining Russell and Paul George in Oklahoma. In other words, according to you, the only way to beat Golden State is to join LeBron in LA?
That's the best way. It's the easiest way.
Now that's the best way. I asked you because you just said it's only. So which one is it? Only or best?
Well, are you saying the
clear.
Golden State Warriors keep KD and Boogie? If they figure out a way to do that, then you show me another team and who's realistically that they're going to add that's going to get by that. But 2 max players go to L.A., and you have that young squad around LeBron. I'm telling you right now, the Lakers will beat Golden State.
Wow.
And
this
Molly,
Lakers team, that's 3 games behind the Clippers for 8th in the West.
That deviates from his position, if I remember correctly, what Max and I were arguing about weeks ago, but that's neither here nor there. My position is taking something away from Golden State. That is the best way to beat them.